me. Give in to your pride.
Alright, what's happening, players? We're out here with a commentary of Spyrals versus True Draco Dinos. And this is the new Spyrals with all the full support and shit, and there's a lot of proxies, so we'll point them out as we go along. So, you're playing 60 card Spyrals, Toilet. Why are you playing 60 card Spyrals?
Because it's the only Spiral variant that seems to do anything, really, unless you want to just put lots of traps, which say conflicts of traps. At least this way you can hope to get some like really unfair shenanigans going with all the mill engines and stuff.
The only variant that does anything.
I just heard the word unfair and spiral in the same sentence, so I don't know what's going on.
Here, a sleeper
Milling a bunch of cards in any archetype is going to lead to something unfair.
Are you playing Masterpiece?
No.
Oh, I might. Why not?
What are your outs to Masterpiece? Are you playing the Axe of Despair?
Yeah, I'm playing 2 Axe of Despair, so technically you can do that, but then I'm playing Utopia F-Zero, Scarlight.
How does F-Zero out it?
I'm sliding a lot of kaijus. Not F-Zero, Utopia the Land, sorry.
Oh. Okay, so your Christia is Sleeper, Axe of Despair is fully armed, and then Tripwire is Mission.
Mission Rescue, and Union Bride is Last Resort.
Oh wow, they don't even have Last Resort yet? Okay.
No, it's really out of date.
Right, you've 1 for 1 to... Is that actually Thrasher? You're legit playing Thrasher?
Yeah, Thrasher's got to make the rank 4s, because if you can make the Bullhorn to make your Solar Recharge live, or the Minerva if you don't have a recharge, obviously just generic rank 4s, but Minerva's obviously to get it going. Because there's a lot of cards you can mill in this deck. I think I opened like really average this game. I think it's like Thrasher, the 1 for 1, but then my only double instant fusion as well. Like my only play was to basically hope I got something good off the Princess Sprite.
Right, what is the drone here for?
So it's a level 1 searchable off Quick Fix, which means Quick Fix can just be a 1 card rank 1. Plus it's something good to search off Quick Fix for when you're chaining Quick Fixes. So it's quite common where you'll go summon a Quick Fix and summon another Quick Fix from grave, like once you've milled quite a few cards. So then having something good to discard off the first Quick Fix is quite important. Because if you're just discarding like big reds and stuff, like it's a bit of a waste of a resource. Well, at least if you're discarding this, it actually does something grave.
So just notice that you have to banish their deck face up, so now they know what they're drawing when they're not supposed to on the Dueling Book currently.
It is a bit of a pain, but it's not the end of the world. So yeah, here I milled a wolf, which is really strong.
On 1 card.
Yeah, well obviously the idea is like, it's the only monster, no there's a lot of monsters that could have milled it or done something, but obviously a wolf is really good in this case, because it let me get to the Minerva, which then let my instant fusion be live. So I could actually start doing a few things.
How is a Quick Fix a 1 card rank 4, by the way? Rank 1?
It's not a 1 card rank 1 unless you summon it from grave. So if you summon it from grave, it means you can search the drones, then you can make the rank 1.
Oh wow.
So he ogres this, and he thought that the Super Agent get banished, so that's a bit of a misplay from him. But I've got a Quick Fix in grave as well, so since I've got Super Agent on board, I can use Quick Fix again to get a bit more advantage. I think I search fully armed here.
The grave effect isn't once per turn, is it?
No, so you can literally just summon so many Quick Fixes, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, so you can summon, so you add fully armed and then attack over and then banish the field or something?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is, it's doing things. Fully armed is cool if it's like...
Axe of Despair.
Literally Axe of Despair, but you know. So that's a fully armed attached there, so he's 2/9. And it banishes the monster it attacks and 1 other card. I'm sure it has some other silly effect as well. Right, what's this? Rescue?
Banishes 1 other card in the field, and then if it goes to the grave, you get special summon Super Agent.
Oh, okay.
So that card's like not a great draw either, but if you destroy a card with a spiral by battle or by effect, you get to draw a card.
What's the grave effect?
You can banish and then special summon a Super Agent. Banish a spiral. Summon a spiral from your hand. So it's decent to send off Foolish Burial of Goods to summon Master Plan, or just to get a few more things on board, like Quick Fix and stuff. But it is one of the not really great cards. It's good to search off Master Plan if you've got a bit of board presence as well.
I feel like playing Master Plan forces you to play lots of missions. And...
not really. I'm actually thinking about cutting a lot of missions and just playing Rescue, because just searching Rescue after Rescue after Rescue is really, really good. Rescue's really strong. But the other ones I'm playing recapture as well, 3 recapture. So like the idea behind that is so I could either search or just set a recapture and then use rescue in my opponent's turn to summon a super agent, or basically any spiral theoretically. And then you get to minecon one of their cards. It's a way of interacting with your opponent on their turn. Minecon's a really good way of interacting with your opponent on their turn, because obviously they don't get a grave resource, they don't get a banished resource, they don't get anything.
Playing instant fusion in that deck.
Yeah. So I stacked the instant fusion to the top of his deck, so I was figuring it'd be dead, but then he ghost ogred me. So I was like, okay, he might like Black Rose me or something now, but I don't think he plays any 6/7s because he didn't use the effect, because he just ended up tributing it for a True Draco.
Oh, does drone let you stack? I thought you just like got to look at it and that's it.
Yeah, you look at the top 3 and then stack them back in any order.
Oh, okay. I thought you just
grave
saw
effects. Its grave effects is banished itself and another spiral to add a super agent from your graveyard to your hand.
Is your opponent playing pure True Dracos?
No, it's dinosaurs. I don't think he already opened any dinosaurs.
He's playing all the True Kings and True Dracos and dinosaurs. So
I mean, normally they play like one Lithosagam and then they can play like one of each of the other ones, but
yeah,
you look like he opened all 3.
he opened okay, but it's just like I feel like he could have
opened okay. His opening play was set pass.
No, but I think he could have summoned a VFD at turn 1, which is decent, but it just didn't.
What happens if you crash with like fully armed? Like, does it just like?
You still get to pop a card because it doesn't have to send to the graveyard.
You mean banish a
right.
card?
Yeah, you still get to banish the monster and another card.
Oh wow, that's really good. Alright, so VFD, you got 2/9 guy, Minerva.
Yeah, but he just attaches, calls something, and then Elliot can't attack or activate any effects this turn.
So he doesn't activate in standby phase, but then he activates in front of the Minerva, which is a misplay, lets me get the Minerva off. He calls Earth, so I can't activate anything Earth anywhere, but I can't activate anything on the board. So like I'm kind of just hoping I mill into like I mill into like a wolf or something like that, but I can't really do anything either way, so I kind of just have to turn Minerva to defense and pass. Because if I had milled a wolf or something, I could have summoned the wolf and then made a Trident, so then I could have popped it in his turn.
Does fully armed have a grave effect?
Yeah, if it's sent from face up from the field to the grave, you special summon a super agent from your graveyard.
Okay, right.
So it basically means if you beat over or destroy your super agent, you get to special summon it back again, and then pop a card.
Yeah, and the pop effect is just when it's special summoned in general, not like through its own
when it's special summoned off a spiral effect.
Spiral, okay, right. So you basically have to like just pass for 2 turns, unless you like hard draw another fully armed if you're playing that.
Like, you wouldn't be able to attack. The turn you use VFD, the thing you call, none of that type can attack either.
Yeah,
So last turn, since I didn't have any access to level 4, I couldn't make the Trident, so I kind of have to just hope he can't really do much. Obviously, they can't generally do a lot with 1 card, but if he had drawn a True Draco, I would have been able to like pop my board because of VFD.
Yep.
And probably killed me, but luckily he didn't. Like obviously I had solved Minerva effect to potentially pop stuff, but I don't think I had anything grave to like keep me alive.
So you just take 100 here, and then that special super agent back, and
yeah. So I'm in a similar position where I'm like really hoping to make a Trident just so I don't die. But he has a lot of like good draws to come. So I'll draw that
for 10.
I don't think it's amazing, but last card is a snow, which kind of just made it decent.
Why haven't you used VFD yet?
You milled the
I clarified that it didn't negate effects, it stops them activating.
Yeah.
But,
you
I'm not sure what the thought process was. Milled a what?
The new mission, the special from Grave one, I think.
Yeah.
So it was a decent one.
So I had like snow and then the rescue, and I should have gone rescue first to try and bait out the VFD and then chain snow. But I activated the snow, but then he chains VFD, so then I can't activate the on-field effect to book him in it.
But now you can make a rank 4.
Yeah, so this is where I think I make the Trident, just so I can stop a lot of damage next turn.
Broad Bull and Dragon, yeah.
Yeah.
Your only target is Arcus, right?
Yeah, and I opened with it this game, and I think I drew a Solar Recharge as well.
So you're not playing any zoo cards?
No.
So
I did want to play a Zoo Engine, but it's about 18 cards I'd want to play if I was playing a Zoo Engine, but the Lights Warden's only like 9.
have you tried any other engines, like, I don't know, like Brilliant Fusion and stuff like that?
Well, the Zoo Engine that I'd play would be the Brilliant Fusion, so the Lone Fires and stuff.
Predator plants, yeah.
And is
that'd
replace
be the engine
Light
I'd run.
Storms?
And then I'd play the Hiroko, double Hiroko for the Mill 10 off the Zoo combo.
Does that replace the Lightsworn engine?
Yeah, so like I'd take the Lightsworn engine for that, but it's a lot bigger, so I have to cut back on a lot of spirals, so I don't know how detrimental that'd be.
Oh no, cutting all the spirals. Oh no.
Well, that's the thing, it's like, if you start cutting so many, it kind of just defeats the point.
At which point you might as well just play some other like deck.
Why
Well,
don't you just do that?
The entire point is for me to play spirals, like I'm trying to like make them work a bit. And I think this game did show off quite a few of the things it can do. It kind of showed the biggest problem I'm having right now is it interacts from the opponent's turn. So I can do like quite a lot in my turn, but the boards I end on don't really interact with my opponent. So I don't always have a Dryden, and then if it's not a Dryden, there's basically nothing else outside of like maybe Omega that does anything. Yeah, so you've got the snow, that's about it. So I've got like snow, and then maybe a conjunction with a recapture and a rescue engrave, the mind control monster. I'm thinking about just cutting the recaptures altogether and playing hand traps, just to like actually try and have some sort of response to my opponent.
So he makes Chanbara, is that good?
Well, I think the idea was to clear my board no matter what, but I don't think that might have been the best priority, as it wasn't that imposing. But he is quite low as well.
Did you only mill 2?
No, I milled 3. I must have just lagged a bit.
Ooh, Thrasher.
The Thrasher finally becomes alive.
So you should have the thing in the grave that lets you... Oh wait, no, it's not the grave. I think the new mission lets you flip it to add back a spiral monster, right?
Yeah, so if I've got it set, it's basically just add spirals from my graveyard to my hand every turn, which is really good. But so I banish it and summon the master plan, and the master plan lets me add a lot of cards, obviously. But for now, I basically just not summon Snow and then make Castel and go free game. I don't think I'm revealing Super Agent. I think he was just talking to someone.
You could have held the master plan summon until you knew for sure whether you could make a rank. Well, no, you can make a rank 4 anyway because you still have a level 4.
I think I know what the card in his hand is anyway. I think it was the Toronto Infinity.
You had that normal summon anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. I knew I had game. I just wanted to use a bunch of effects just to see what the deck could actually do.
So it's not a handy wire. That's or is that actually handy wire you're playing?
No, so the tripwire is a rescue. So it's a new trap.
Yep. Okay.
It's just special summon from grave.
Oh, proxies.
I think this next game shows off quite a bit more, but the guy does unfortunately misplay like quite crucially, and but it's still a decent game.
I feel like the dueling book should have these cards by now because it's literally just putting text on an image, whereas like why Joe
I feel like
code it.
I think they just kind of wait for the entire set to come out and then put them all up. They don't do it like one by one or anything. At least that's what Dueling Network used to do.
I mean, why Joe Pro you can understand the delay because like they have to code it in and shit, but like they just have to like just put a picture on.
It is really easy on this, yeah, but oh well, we don't run it. So he opens really shit again, I think, and just sets 2. But this is a really annoying game because I open like double Ash, Arca.
What is the Stainsar deck?
Yeah,
Fuck.
I'm not sure what his ratios are, but they mustn't be fantastic. But like, the reasoning is the only play in my entire hand, and it gets
Silly.
ashed, which is unfortunate. So my hand right now is like double Ash. I think it's like a drone. And I set the drone there. And I think it's a master plan, so it's like I've literally just got like...
Oh, you should have summoned Drone and stacked his top deck to be shit.
Yeah, maybe.
What's Drone's grave effect again? It's like...
You banish itself and another spiral to add a super agent from your graveyard to your hand. Just a bit of recursion.
Up here comes Lagia or Dolka.
Yeah, so he makes a Dolka, which actually quite hurt, but I'm pretty sure Lagia would have accomplished the same thing in this case. Without letting me feel my graveyard a bit as well.
I'm surprised he kept in Ghost Dash against you, because like the only real card is like grass.
Yeah, that's enough for some people.
But on like 60 cards, it's like,
Yeah, but if you stop it, you win. Like, you've got 3 Ghost Dash, and they have 3 grass and 60 cards, you're going to see Ghost Dash more than they're going to see grass.
Yeah.
In theory. In theory, you should draw it when they draw grass. You just gotta believe.
He doesn't attack first, so...
I think he was trying to like play around something that he might not have done.
I don't know what the spiral cards do, so I probably would have made the same play.
Yeah.
There might be a recruiter. I might want to
They do actually have some recruiters. So here I literally just have to pass. And I think and then I ash this as well, I think.
Nice deck.
See, this is where I put the fucking...
He could have
ashes in,
negated
and
the
it
ash.
kind of makes me break. Yeah, he could have negated the ash. I don't know whether that would have been correct or not. It depends on his hand.
Yeah.
Might have let him push a lot.
Might have been very good.
So if it was a laggy, it could have negated this foolish. But in this case, I send the master plan. I big red the master plan, and he negates the master plan, and then I activate the master plan again in grave, and he negates that. I might have been better just like leaving it in defense, but then if he had just beaten over it next turn and then negated it once, I would have started Ulka to face down. So I was kind of just trying to get through it.
Okay, I'm gonna go read master plan.
It's pretty good, it's a +1.
Yeah, on the board it just adds a mission every turn, and it's not once per turn, like per copy. And then when it hits the graveyard, it adds the field spell and any spiral. So it's a lot of advantage. It's really easy to recur with Big Red and Rescue now.
Yeah,
Oh,
adding 2
sleeper.
cards when it gets destroyed.
Yeah, it's fucking really good.
The sleeper hits the board and he's got like 2 8 attack as well, right?
Yeah, 2-8
And
attack.
He banishes spiral cards as well, which was nifty. I didn't realize that. I thought it was just like spiral monsters.
Yeah.
Icarus attack, and when he leaves the field, it destroys everything you control.
Yeah, so it destroys my entire board if it gets destroyed, and then summons a Super Agent from grave if it destroyed anything. So I think I end up popping itself and then 2 of his cards. So it's like, I think my thought process here was like, I could have just popped the diagram in the set, but he would still have had 3 cards in hand, and then I would have just been drawing for 2, and I wouldn't have had anything on board. So I was quite scared, so I kind of let him commit a lot of resources to this diagram play. So I was I was shitting it if he destroyed a dinosaur, but the fact he hadn't destroyed any dinosaur for a lot of turns, or like summoned anything, made me think he didn't have anything. So I let him do all this, and then basically just pops the board he made. So
Is
he has
Petrigon not level 2?
Petrodon's level 2, yeah.
Why didn't he banish Miscellaneousaurus and the dinosaur guy from his graveyard,
Yeah.
summon Petrodon, and then pop that with diagram?
He does that later on. I think he might have been thinking away he was wanting to get a bigger play and summon Oviraptor, because he tries to banish Dolka, which is obviously a dragon.
I'm surprised you didn't sleeper both that on summon, because like now he can just negate your sleeper.
No, so
VFD
Sleep is a
doesn't
quick
get
effect.
activations.
Yeah, so
Right,
if
yeah.
he activates VFD, I just chain.
What's the attacks of those? One of them's 2/9, is it not?
Yeah, but he has to summon it in defense of
Okay.
the one he destroyed. So he thought he could have summoned it in attack, which thankfully.
Right, he
Wasn't
detaches
okay.
here, strangely. Or is that in response to you?
No, it wasn't in response to me, but he just kind of thought he could.
Oh, so
Yeah.
now you pop itself and...
VFD.
yeah. Okay.
I don't get to summon a Super Agent because I didn't destroy any cards, unfortunately. I don't know why if I can do that. I popped the diagram and the VFD with the sleeper.
Alright.
So then he's on 1 card to mine, 1, but he's got Miscellaneousaurus in grave. She was going to summon over Raptor, but I'll let him take it back because you can't banish Dolka. And I think he uses it next turn to do a lot of shit.
Doka the dragon.
People always forget Dolka's a dragon.
It is pretty weird.
It's evolution. So we all are.
Evolution.
Reptile into dinosaur into dragon. That's how evolution works, duh.
Into worm, apparently.
Where does Worm come in?
There aren't any worm evols.
Oh,
Yeah, so
resort. What a top deck.
I get the resort, which is really, really helpful. My graveyard's kind of shit though. Like I've just got like the sleeper in grave, but I get to obviously get like the quick fix and stall out. So I think I get quick fix, which gets last resort, just so he basically can't. I say he can't kill me, but in effect, it's only got a 500 attack.
Why do you go for a resort quick fix instead of just like super agent, potentially pop a card, have a body?
I think my thinking was that this was going to protect me a bit more, but the fact that it's only 500 attack means he could just run a bunch of things into it anyway. So Super Agent probably was better. But again, a quick fix in grave is really good because next turn it means I can get the Super Agent and then get the quick fix from grave. as well as filling up the graveyard a bit more for another sleeper. So it's not like awful, really. So I think he top decks a Tyranno.
That would be a good draw.
I think it is. He basically summons 2 Tyrannos this duel, and it just makes me realize how fucking scary that card is.
So easy to summon and just huge and...
Yeah, imagine that card that was like a towers for your deck was like unaffected by things. You can just Tyranno your guy that's a towers, put it face down.
Yeah. So like, I really need to make sure I can establish Sleeper as fast as possible to stop that, but even then they can chain the effect, can't they?
Yep.
But at least getting rid of the 3/5 body. It's not even the flip it down effect that I actually am worried about more than anything. It's the attack everything and like burn. It's like
and burn every time.
Terrifying. The fact that you can just like clear an entire board and burn you for like 4k and then.
So that top deck terraforming was amazing.
Yeah, so because my graveyard was like really empty because of the sleeper, it didn't lead to much. But the fact that I get established means quite a lot. So my quick fix and my last resort are protected by its effect. It's just not much of a body.
You could search a kaiju here, but yeah, searching Tyranno is so much better.
Yeah.
Such a kaiju.
Yeah, you could.
Get Dogerin.
Yep, so banish 2 for ultimate conductor.
Spooky.
Tyranno.
So attack, burn for 1,000.
It only burns for 1,000 if it attacks a face down defense.
Yeah,
Alright,
you'd have
yeah.
to pop one of his monsters to turn the monster face down.
It doesn't really need to, he can just attack into it for a lot of damage.
Yeah.
And you like read up last resort again.
It just makes unable can be destroyed by battle or card effects or targeted.
Okay, right. How the hell do you not die here?
Because that's not enough to kill him.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it's 43.
So I think I drew...
Spiral.
Oh, no, I can't remember what I drew actually. But basically, I think I add another quick fix. And then try and make Princess Sprite. So actually fish for something.
Thing is though, if he just like books your quick fix, he just like pierces it next game, next turn for like game if you don't have anything else.
It doesn't do
It doesn't
piercing.
pierce, it does 1,000.
Yeah, not the pierce, but like the 1,000 burn and then like attacking over the other quick fix. That would be game.
Yeah, but that's implying I'm not summoning anything else. But yeah, like there's a lot of things that went on in the next 2 turns where I should have lost like 3 times. So the first thing is that face down is a dimensional barrier. So what he does is he uses his Tyranno now to flip it, so I can't get the quick fixes in grave, or use obviously Princess Sprite, which was like really bad for me. But he could have, like I don't know, stopping me getting quick fix in grave is pretty big. So flipping it down is not actually that bad. But it obviously just means his dim barrier is not doing anything this turn.
Yeah, you could have debarred before you even overlaid, and you'd just be left with 2 quick fixes.
Yeah, yeah, and then I wouldn't be able to get them in grave either then.
Yep.
Maybe he didn't realize that you would just overlay the quick fixes.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, they saw the princess game 1,
Yeah.
so they
Oh
should
yeah, he
expect.
did, didn't he?
Decent read. So I think I had another resort to pop it, which is good because it gets the resort in grave. So I think I can summon Sleeper now. So I've got last resort, and
There's resort
Super
only
Agent
once
grave.
per copy.
Yeah, so you can just
That's
activate
pretty
loads.
cool.
I'm thinking about adding Festival Spin in as well, so it's just another 3 copies of resort. But it's kind of shit in the ground.
Yep. Probably have to play the Zephyr field spell or the BLS
Yeah.
one as well.
Definitely. But there's another problem then, because if they get rid of my first resort and their Chaos thing's still set, I can't activate any more resorts for the rest of the game.
Yep.
Unless
Wow,
I
you actually
activate
like,
another
cleared his
first.
whole board with that sleeper. So you
Yeah.
pop 2, and then the agent comes out, and that pops the field spell.
Yep.
And then you.
And then I can summon all these quick fixes.
Yeah, wow, that's crazy.
See, that's where drone's important, but I think I had to banish it at the start of the game because I drew it. Because I had to discard a fully armed then, which is really shit. But now I don't have another Princess Sprite, because I only run 1. maybe I should run 2, but I think that interaction's really niche. And then a big red master plan.
It's not like you have a super tight extra.
Yeah, I could probably fit it. So then I search the rescue as well, which gives me even more recursion. And then I make this new Lunarite thing.
I saw this. I read it, I was like, what the fuck is that?
What?
You see me scroll over it, like, what is this?
Basically, the only reason you run it is that it can't be destroyed by your opponent, like by battle or card effects next turn, and you don't take any battle damage for the rest of the turn. So it means they can't kill you generally. Like, they can't kill you like with just battle damage. So you just make this, and you could almost like Wabaku for 2 turns. Which is like really cool. And it lets you discard.
Strong.
It's pretty good, like for a free rank 1.
Strong.
So here I'm thinking like, yeah, I've fucking got this, like, easy. I got Master Plan, I got Spiral Agent, I got fully armed in hand, I got thing. Then he fucking top decks a Tyranno, and I'm like, oh fucking shit. But I'm thinking like, oh, it's okay, like I'm not gonna die, I've got this Lunarite card, but then I'm just thinking like, well actually, the Tyranno burns you, it doesn't do battle damage, so he can flip my entire board face down if he has a monster in hand, and then just burn me for 3k.
Yep.
I'm like, oh shit, but I think he forgets that he can attack more than once, because he only attacks 1 card.
Yeah, all of them.
Yeah, it's like, I was going to tell him that, like, do this, but like...
Oh, and they destroyed the Lithosagam as well, which will trigger.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, that's like mega game.
Mega game.
Mega game.
They actually only attack once.
Yeah, so he flips him down and then just attacks once to the Tyranno and attacks once to this other guy. So I take 1,000 damage, got to 400, and then I think I just clear the board next turn.
Why?
Why? So assuming that you play optimally, it feels like the deck still isn't particularly strong.
Oh, definitely. It needs a lot of refining, and there's a lot of things I want to change about it, just from these 2 games. But I thought it showed off what the deck can do. It's not like it showed where its weaknesses are right now, which is just interacting with your opponent. If they can do the thing, you're probably just gonna die.
Is Handywire a mission?
No, it's a gear, so you can search our quick fix, and the trap's okay.
Handywire
Debate playing 1, but you don't always have Super Agent on board, which is the problem.
Oh, is it another Super Agent requirement? Jesus.
Yeah.
It's really weird. Some cards require Super Agent, some don't. Sometimes not that. Okay.
That's, ladies and gents, is why you never skip to your opponent. They may not know what their cards do.
Yeah.
So when he goes to main phase 2, do you say to him like, oh, by the way, you know, you can attack twice? Or, like,
I think I told him at the end of the game.
Tell him at the end of the match, so they don't do it in game 3. If he does win.
So 4 cards here. That's
so in his end phase, I add from graveyard with rescue.
Agent,
so I get that 3+. And then in my turn, I add I add sleeper instead. Sorry, not agent.
Wait, why did you discard agent?
So I added sleeper instead of agent.
Oh,
so
right.
Change what I was adding.
Alright, and
so
then
I get a 3+ off master plan, and then I think I summon sleeper, pop master plan, add 2 more cards.
What level is Tyranno?
10, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we couldn't have made a VFD.
So he can like book a menu during your turn though, right?
Yeah, you can. I think he does it on the first summon sleeper, and then I summon another one.
Oh.
No, because he does it on the summon sleeper, but then I chain the sleeper. So either way, his board gets cleared, and so does mine, and then I get to summon a super agent. But I don't even think I pop from my own guy. Yeah, I pop the master plan, then get a resort, and then another sleeper, and then summon that sleeper.
Where did the fire True King summon from?
Ads, yeah.
Waters from deck, earths from grave. Yeah, fire ads.
Do you like the deck, Jordan, then? You gonna play for Euros?
No.
First iteration.
So shit. I'm not gonna lie, I've had no idea what's going on in this entire match.
Oh, you're playing tough as well.
Yeah, I just won.
See, sometimes.
Just search it.
I know.
Oh, last resort.
I had load mowing as well, but I just didn't want to use it for out principle.
Well, that's game, guys. Thanks everyone for watching, and see you next time.
Come, face me, give in to your pride.